So hopefully you guys will find me again. I don't know why Facebook just did that. I'm really not a fan of Facebook Lives right now. Hopefully everybody will come back on. Don't ask me. So if you signed up, you'll be getting the replay, and I paused it. There will be no cut. Don't ask me why Facebook just kicked me off. So weird. So come back into your heart center. It's because I was trying to get ready and activate y'all's grid system. It just overwhelmed the system. Overwhelmed the system here. So crazy Facebook. Apologize, guys. Okay. Okay, so let's activate your grid for all those listening now and later. So Divine Lemon Light, calling in the web grid activation now, crystallizing your web grid. All of these points, all 10 points anchored with at your heart. Okay, now send a grounding cord from your heart down through your root, down out through your feet, through your Earth Star chakra, out through your ancestral point on your grid, down into the very heart of Gaia, asking permissions to connect and to ground in to Gaia, anchoring your grid system into her golden core. I often actually see her energy as a very like an emerald actually color. So whatever you're seeing is perfect for you. Anchoring into her crystalline core here. And then feeling that energy of her pure love flow up through this cord, up through your ancestral point on your grid, your Earth Star, your root, flooding into your entire grid system, flowing through the heart. And then from your heart, extending that cord up now, out through your head, through your crown, out through your ascended point, and then up past everything you can imagine, till you get to the very core of Source, at the heart of all creation. Anchoring here now. And then opening and receiving the beautiful iridescent creator light of Source flowing down through you, cleansing and clearing as well. Mixing now with the beautiful light of Gaia, that light that's flooding your grid system, merging to its own unique light, be it a light of iridescent golds or iridescent emerald color, merging with the light of your heart. And now staying here, we begin again to run our energy, okay? So I'm going to call in now the Lemurian deep rooting activation, really deeply anchoring us, grounding us, and the light, greater change. I want you now to connect in to that root space. want you feeling into that energy. And then I want you visualizing and seeing as you are sitting here a door. It might be a cave door. It might be a beautiful, ornate, filigreed door. However you're seeing it. And it's this beautiful red color. When you're ready, I want you to open this door. And it's this large, expansive space inside. And inside, you see a young infant baby. I want you to go over to this baby and pick them up. This is you. This is you when you first came into this material world. This is you at birth. Just breathe here for a minute and connect into this part of yourself. This is when your soul was at its most raw expression, when it had newly incarnated into this body. Won't you allow yourself to see, while I run these energies, so Divine Love and Light running an energetic allergy healing for you and yourself at birth. Your ancestral DNA. Good. Clearing that. Let's run it for your mother and your father, running the energetic allergy healing, resolving, dissolving any trauma, any resistance to your mother and your father, especially at birth. I'm going to call in running an energetic allergy healing, resolving, dissolving any trauma that we have connected to our birth trauma, trauma from the hospital, right? Just the experience of being born in any way, even if it's the most natural experience, can be a trauma. Then add on if there was any trauma that happened in birth. So let's clear that now. Let's resolve and dissolve the energetic allergy healing, any resistance, any trauma connections to birth, to vaginal birth, to cesarean birth, to medically assisted birth, to the doctors, the midwives, the nurses who birthed you, to the building, the hospital, the birthing center, the place of your birth. Resolving, dissolving all of that now. Good. Now I want you to see yourself, and I want you to feel all this love in your heart. That beautiful pulsating energy of your entire grid, of the earth, of Gaia, of Source, and your divine love. And I want you to see that light growing and expanding and surrounding this infant you. Letting that light and that love surround that child. Letting this infant self of you know that they are protected. Whether or not at that point they were, you are now giving this to them. They are protected. They are loved. They are safe. Okay. Now this infant child begins to grow. want you to see yourself at 1. Allowing the energy to expand around them at 2. Calling in trauma disconnect for you and your toddler years. Being a toddler is hard. It is hard. You at 3. You at 4. Calling in energetic allergy healing for these aspects of yourself. Resolving, dissolving any trauma, any resistance to these parts of you. Allowing yourself to come into a more harmonious integration with them. You at 5. You at 6. Resolving, dissolving anywhere where you felt unsafe to be you. Okay. Let's call in the sacred soul alignment as well now. Fear. This alignment helps release fear and that fight or flight experience, and helps give a divine perspective and compassion to this, right? So divine love and light, calling in the sacred soul alignment, fear. Hoping to release that fear, any fear that this childhood aspect of yourself has felt, does feel, is feeling and being triggered in your current life situation. Seeing that deep rooting, allowing anything that needs to come up to filter down and to cleanse out, to be transmuted in Gaia. Beautiful. And now I want you to take an intention that you have, maybe the intention you set for this new moon. And I want you to share it with your inner child. This is how we do this work, and we utilize it to step into our expansion. I want you to see how your inner child reacts to your intention. Don't let your mind get involved. Just see how they react. Are they joyful? Are they scared? Are they worried? Are they doubting? Does it light them up? And now I want you to ask your inner child, this little you from birth up, right? This toddler you, this preschooler you. Is there something I can shift with this intention that fills you with joy? Doesn't mean your intention has to change. It means, how can I modify and include you joyfully in what I would like to call in? Because we're calling it in together. Now when you've heard what your little self has to say, be it visual, words, whatever it is, I want you to thank your inner child and give her a hug or a kiss. I want you to head back out through that door, knowing that at any point you can come back in. Ooh, we are releasing a lot there. That was a big release for people. Okay, so I'm going to ground all this energy in. I'm going to wrap up here today for our first day together. So let's anchor all of this experience, anchor it into your heart and your high heart, to your root, into your Earth Star Chakra, into every cell of your DNA, into your very bones. And your entire ancestral line now. We give gratitude, gratitude to the earth, air, fire, and water. Gratitude to our ancestors, to all ascended beings, to the very land we sit upon today, and the stewards of this land. We give gratitude. I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. So tomorrow, we move up and we're going to dive into your sacral, which is connected to your negative mind. Your negative mind, which is an integral part of you. It's not something we want to get rid of. We're going to talk about that, your creativity, your way to channel energy, and your self that resides at your sacral. Okay? So make sure, if you can, to mark your calendar, join me tomorrow. If you haven't signed up for the emails, make sure you go register so you can get the replays going out. The replays will go out tonight or tomorrow, along with, you know, the pictures and everything. And then on our last day, on Sunday, we're going to dive into your navel, your positive mind, your will, and your manifesting, your Mars, your energy that drives you tomorrow, or Sunday, as we wrap up and bringing that joy into everything. So if anybody has any questions, if anybody want to share anything that came up, please let me know. For those who are joining me live, I'd love to hear your experiences. When I do this work in Rooted to Rise in the 3-month container, we go really deep. We actually go into really exploring what is your soul, your North Node. We look at your whole matrix, but also this has to do with your home and your space. So we really look at, I bring in showing simple feng shui, how your energetic home is, and how is your flow. We deal with clutter. We deal with all of that. What is your space saying about you? So this space holds a lot. The root holds a lot when it comes to that. Your food, your intake with food has to do with this area of yourself, because these are basic needs. So as you guys are experiencing that, start thinking about that. It's not just your child. It has to do with your food. It has to do with your home and your space, your basic survival needs, your basic essence of who you are. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow for part 2. And if you have any questions or anything that comes up, always feel free to message me. If you're really like this first day and you're like, I need to know more about this Rooted to Rise program, I'll put that link below for you guys as well, if you wanted to go deeper. But I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, and I love you all, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Okay? Bye.